Thanks, guys. Wow, I feel like I'm like doing a reading at church. This is so exciting.
First reading of Corinthians.
Okay, yeah. Okay, for a wedding. Okay. Oh, okay, that's me. Hi, you guys, I'm Grace. And this is a story about my fuckboy, Seamus. Just to let you guys know, that is not his real name. Anonymous. He does have a different, unpronounceable Irish name. Yeah, they be naming their kids like Lord of the Rings shit. So, okay, back in 2019 when I was 22 years old, I moved to Ireland. This was before normal people, no one knew who Paul Mescal was. I invented this. I don't know, I was having a good time living in Ireland. I was like, this is great. The first month I was there, my roommates in my like new apartment in Dublin were like, we're gonna take you out. And they took me out to an infamous nightclub in Dublin that is called Copperface Jack's. Has anyone been to Dublin? Yeah, did you go to this place? As you can see from this reviews that I took from Yelp, it is beloved by the local community. This was all on the first page of Yelp, so despite these, it does have 5 stars. Yeah, and obviously while I was here, I would meet the man who would ruin my life for the next year. So yeah, so that is where I met Seamus. You guys may be wondering, why is the picture of a cop? Because he is one. Yeah, listen, here's the thing. You guys are all like, fuck the police. Like, actions speak louder than words. So, yeah. I'm doing the work. I don't see any of you guys in the trenches like me, so yeah, if you guys really cared. He had an Irish accent, obviously sexy, right? He smelled like cigarettes. Most romantic do you want to get out of here proposal of my life. We were like talking and he was like, this is crazy, but like, would you want to go to McDonald's right now? And he had an EU passport during the first Trump presidency. So, kind of the perfect man. Just a little more propaganda. These are texts that he sent me. If you can't read them, it says, I'd have to arrest you, and I don't know, you could be kind of dangerous.
Tom said similar things to me, that's crazy.
Okay, here are some red flags, by the way, you guys. Still a cop, obviously. That is sort of a red flag. We'd agree? Maybe? Okay, you guys are all pro-cop now. Olympic gold medalist, drunk texter. This guy is all time. And he lived in a part of Dublin that's called Swords. I don't know how familiar you guys are with the geography of Ireland, but basically, he lives like 45 minutes away from my apartment. I live a 20-minute walk from his favorite bar, which is the aforementioned Feral nightclub, okay? So was he using me for my apartment? Maybe. He calls his friends' girlfriends birds. I thought that was weird. Met him at this horrible bar. One time he told me that he thinks he slept with over 100 women. But he lost count. Okay, so basically we hook up the first night. Yeah, okay, obsessed with me. A week later, between the hours of 3 and 5 a.m., he sends me this series of texts. Okay, you guys love him too, wow. I said, LMAO, wow. But like, he apologized, and he invoked God when he apologized. So, he's a nice boy, you guys. We love him. So obviously I become obsessed with him, and we start like consistently hooking up. It's going great. Until it isn't. I know, things take a turn for the medical. I did end up in the hospital on the day after St. Patrick's Day of 2019. You guys, I'm fine. Basically, I did go to the hospital for a sex injury, not to brag. Yeah. What happened was I started bleeding while we were hooking up, and he was like, oh, like, do you want to stop, gentlemen? Then we fell asleep, and 3 hours later, we woke up and we were both covered in blood. To this day, the doctors do not know what happened. I know, Kevin is so scared right now, you guys. You guys, however much blood you're picturing, I can tell you're not picturing enough. It is way more. It was crazy. To this day, the doctors don't know what happened. They were just like, yeah, I guess we see this sometimes. The only way I know this has happened to other people is I've told this story before and people are like, oh, like my friend's cousin had that. Because like women's health is like oral tradition for some reason. So that's cool. Also, you guys, I went to the hospital most hungover I've ever been in my entire life. And one of the doctors was trying to figure out what happened, and he was like, I'm gonna ask you a sensitive question. Can I ask you what the nature of this sexual encounter was? And I had no idea what he was talking about. So I was like, missionary?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I did go to the hospital for a missionary. Okay, you guys, I have a picture of what my bed looked like after this incident. I did blur it out, but if you're squeamish, close your eyes for a second. If you're not squeamish, I blurred it out. It's fine. See, it's blurry. But I told you it was more than you guys were thinking. That was my medical grade pussy. Obviously, after that, I was in love with him. He was being so nice to me. He doesn't like Reagan. Like, and look how tall he is. He's really cool.
His politics are like 30 years old, but they are right.
We like
Is
it.
he good or bad? He's bad.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
So time goes on, we keep hooking up, and then I go to France for like a week. While I'm there, I'm like so horny for him, obviously. When I come home, I get really, really drunk, send him a series of absolutely unhinged texts, prompting him to send me, "Jesus, are you okay?" He comes to my apartment that night, which is again an hour away from where he lives. I'm so drunk, passed out, I don't let him in. So he's just like waiting outside my apartment. He's obviously, naturally, he's mad at me. So the next day I do look up how to say I'm sorry about last night in the Irish language, and we do kind of make up. But things are weird after that. Instagram at the time could tell things were weird between us. I am a Leo and that girl looks like me. And the guy kind of looks like him. So then it's kind of like he's hitting me up to like crash at my place basically is like the vibe after that. And then he moves to the city and stops really hitting me up. Yeah, so I was like sad.
The cop needed to crash at your place?
Yeah.
Red flag, red flag!
But yeah, I tried to hang out with him. He doesn't answer me for like 3 weeks. Then he sends me all of these. As you guys know, he loves to drunk text me. And then we like made up over the like drunk texting or the like him coming to my house and me not letting him in thing. But then he's like still pissed about it. So I sent him this whole thing, and then 2 weeks later I said, haha, cool. And he did not reply to that. So it was good. It was really good. But then 2 months later, I go back to the bar. We don't talk for like months. And you guys know when you go to a bar and your friend starts making out with someone and you're like, fuck. I guess I have to call the police. So I did text him. He apologized. And if you guys don't want to read this whole thing, he did say, I just wanted to say as well that I'm sorry I was a cunt to you. Right? So we start hooking up again. It's very normal people. I'm traveling at this time, so I don't get to see him as much. It's time for me to move back to the US. And then he says, best of luck in America. I'll text you if I'm ever in New York. And then I immigrate to the Statue of Liberty. It's very beautiful. I text him for his birthday when I get back in January of 2020. So we plan to meet up in June, but that does not happen. And then we lose touch. 2 years later, I'm in a car going to Vermont, and I get a series of texts from him on Facebook Messenger, including, you guys, you're the only girl I've ever loved, and I still love you, Grace. For real at the time, playing on the radio. And I have not heard from him since. No, wait, actually, I was in Dublin in 2022 and I hit him up and he was not around. But my friend just got engaged and is getting married in Dublin. You guys. Because he's my boyfriend. Okay, what do you guys think?
I like him.
I think this guy's playing good cop, fuckboy cop with you.
Nice.
Also, too many red flags. How do you not have a house dog? You a cop, you have a pension. What the fuck?
Fair, yeah. Housing is expensive in Ireland.
Also, I don't trust cops
That's
at all,
valid.
even if I am fucking them. So,
Yeah, we've had a variety of penises described
Sure.
tonight.
Mine sent me to the hospital.
Yeah, this is the only one that actively caused, it was violent.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I will say it wasn't that big. So, I don't know.
yeah, fuck yeah, I'm rooting against it, I'm sorry.
Good
What's your diagnosis? Hold him up. Yeah! Give it up for Grace, everybody!